All right, let's take this. Look at that animation. That is so cool. I love it. It's the little things, right? Very cool. Okay. Oh! What the... You mother! Welcome back, everybody, to a new series here on 7 Days to Die. I am going to try Escape from Tarkov, and we're also going to be playing on the New York 1 Undead map, so it's a New York City map. Been wanting to play on that map for quite some time, and also I've been holding out from starting a new series, waiting for Undead Legacy to come out, but it's still not ready. I was on their Discord yesterday, and Subquick's still working on that, so I need to get my 7 days fixed, and so we're gonna give Escape from Tarkov a try. Now, I am not, of course, the first person to play Escape from Tarkov and the New York City map, but the mod, the Tarkov mod, has just very recently been updated with some pretty major changes from what it was, you know, prior to the update. And so, you know, so that part of it's going to be fresh for anybody that's not aware of the new changes for the mod. Just briefly about the mod itself, Escape from Tarkov is, what it does to 7 Days to Die is it adds a whole bunch more guns into the game and tries to make those guns more realistic in terms of, you know, things like their ballistics and their damage based upon caliber. The sounds of the guns, the models really looks good from what I've seen so far. I've done a little bit of test playing on this, and it also completely removes the perk system and the skill system. And basically you skill up by doing, so learn by doing, which I love in survival games. So one example of that is if I walk around encumbered, then I start leveling encumbrance, and that will give me more slots. The more I reload the gun, the faster I'll be able to reload. The more I aim down the sight, the steadier my aiming will be, that sort of thing. And so, you know, looking forward to that. We don't have to mess around with, you know, with the magazine system, you know, the 7 Days has had for many years, which I don't particularly care for. And so that should be real interesting too. It also makes the nights very, very dark. So that will make things more scary in addition to, you know, our settings that we're going to do. I do have links to both Escape from Tarkov and the New York City mod in the description, but you can find both of them on the 7 Days to Die mod site. Okay, so name of the game is going to be Tark NYC. The New York Undead mod has 3 variations of the map. We're using the main map, so it's the New York Undead 1 UE, and what that stands for is underground. So there's a huge underground section to the map as well, which will be pretty exciting to explore. For these settings over here, we're going to have 90-minute days. I like 90-minute days and 7 days. XP multiplier, all that will be the same. And then for basic, we're just going to have 7-day hordes, 32 enemies. I probably could put this on 64, but, you know, there was a little bit of stuttering and stuff going on in my test play, and I think that's more just because of the mod itself. So we're going to keep that on 32. I will have the Zombs walk during the day, but I am going to have them cranked up to nightmare speed at night, and I'm having feral sense on at night. So nighttime is going to be extremely dangerous, you know, with these settings, along with the fact that it's going to be damn near pitch black. Also, I forgot to talk about this. I'm going to play this on default just because this is my first time playing it. And, you know, if I really like the mod and if you guys really like it, we get lots of views, and we, you know, I might decide to do another playthrough later where we can try it with harder difficulty. But right now, I just want to keep that on default. And then advanced settings are everything pretty much that you see there. Okay, I do also keep airdrops on every 7 days, but I don't have the markers on because I like to play the game, you know, more the old school style where we don't have the markers. That should be interesting too, because being as how we're in the city, there's a pretty high chance that some of those drops will land on top of a skyscraper. So all right, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and start the game and have some fun with Escape from Tarkov in New York Undead 1 map. All right, here we are. So with the New York Undead 1 map, basically the central park rather is the forest biome, and then the rest of the city is like burn biome, and I think there's other patches of wasteland biome, and maybe some of the others too. To the north is the snow biome, and then I think to the east and south and maybe west is desert. I'm not really totally sure about that, but we'll figure all that out as we play along. All right, so I guess the first thing we're going to do, actually, before we do the questing, well, let's actually talk about that real quick. So if we take a look at here, you'll notice that there's no longer the trophy cup up there for the achievements, so that's been completely removed from this version of the mod. And there aren't any perks either. So what we do have, though, is we have these action skills. So this is what I was talking about. The more shots that I fire, the better recoil control I will have. The more times I reload, the faster my reload speed bonus will be. Gun, archery, turret, melee hits all contribute to a damage bonus. Total aimed time is an ergonomics bonus, which I'm assuming is stability with the aiming. Gun movement time, so that removes the gun mobility penalty, and so on and so forth. So I really, really like this. And then there's, of course, skills that are associated with harvesting and that sort of thing. And then this just continues the action skills. This is the one I was talking about where with encumbrance. So the more time I spend encumbered, the more carry capacity bonus I will get, up to 30 slots. As you can see, we have a massive inventory here, so I can unlock 30 of those with this, and then the rest we would have to use pocket mods. There are also no drones in the game too, so that's another reason, from what I understand, that they increased the capacity to kind of compensate for that. And then, there's like the athletic stuff, like the jumping and the walking and so forth. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And then just some other status thingies here that we'll look at as we go along. And so let's take a look at what's on the toolbar. We do get an old helmet light. There are 3 tiers of helmet lights in the game. The old helmet light kind of sucks. It barely works at nighttime because it gets so dark. But it's better than nothing. And then we'll have a mid-grade light and then a high-end light, which will give us lots of light at night. We have this starter case here. The starter case gives us different, similar to, the whole class idea that a lot of the other mods, do. But this has been reduced from what it was before. And so what we have is the craftsman kit. And what this gives us is our tools. So it gives us iron tools, fire axe, pickaxe, wrench, shovel to start with. So that's kind of nice. Cycling hero kit gives us a bicycle and 3 cans of rat cola, which is kind of like whatever the vanilla drink is that makes you go fast. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Something Crush, Mega Crush. Yeah, I think it was Mega Crush. Hunter Secret gives you a recurve bow and a knife and some arrows. Medical Maniac gives you some antibiotics and some other injector boost types of thingamadoodles. And then Special Builder Kit gives you a workbench, a junk sledge, and a claw hammer and a wallet. I don't know what a wallet is or what it does, but it gives you that. And then some other stuff. So I think, I would be interested in builder, craftsman, maybe hunters. I don't really understand what these injectors do, so but I think cycling kit's just too hard to pass up, because getting a bicycle on day 1 is huge. The other thing to keep in mind too is that in vanilla you have to do 10 quests to complete tier 1 before you have the option of taking a bicycle as a reward. In this mod you have to do 20. So all the more reason why getting a bicycle now I think is going to be absolutely essential. So let's go ahead and craft that. And then we just open this and it gives us a bicycle, the rat cola, which we'll put down here, a note, which you can pause the screen and read that, but it doesn't mean anything. We'll scrap that. And then of course our bike. Let's put that up there. All right, neat. So what I'm going to do now is the usual. We don't have, the starting quest or anything like that. So I'm just going to go around and gather up a bunch of plant fibers to make my armor, get some stone to make, the stone axe, some arrows and a bow and all that sort of thing. I am going to use the sledge. That's my favorite melee weapon in 7 Days to Die. So we'll make a stone sledge. And when I have all of that stuff ready to go, I'll bring you guys back and then we'll start exploring Central Park. All right, guys, we have a full set of plant fiber armor on with our helmet light affixed. I've got a sledge, primitive bow, stone axe. I do need to make some arrows. Looks like I already favorited those, so let's make 12 of those. And we're ready to get started. I also went around and hit a few stumps to get some honey. One thing that's really important to know about this mod is that we only have a 3% infection cure instead of a 5%. And so if we get infected, we need to take this right away so we can stay on top of that, because we don't want to let that get out of hand. And then anytime we see a stump, we're going to prioritize it so we can hopefully have, you know, some surplus of that. Let's hit this first POI over here. We need to make ourselves a knife, and I need to get some cloth to make a bandage. And, or some bandages rather, basic bandages in case we, you know, get a bleed going on. And we'll keep hitting the bird's nest for feathers. Okay, let's see what's in this pickup truck. What's that? A disposable syringe. You wouldn't want to use it, but it is how it is. Okay. I don't think there's anything lootable on the backhoe here. The excavator. Oh, okay, there's a Zomb down there and one up here. A couple of hazmat guys. So we don't want them to tag us. It used to be, and maybe it still is, I don't know, that you had a higher chance for infection with these guys. I don't know if that's still the case or not. Whoa. But let's just try not to get tagged by them. Now, another thing about this mod is that makes the Zombs really dangerous is, I mean, he's just beefed up the strength and, you know, damage and so forth on a lot of the zombies, like the whites, for example, are more dangerous than normal. But he's got an armor mechanic that if a Zomb has armor and you don't have armor piercing rounds or armor piercing capability, you're going to do almost no damage to it. And so, for example, if a zombie has a, let's make a bone knife here. The zombie has head armor on, you hit him in the legs, because there's no point in hitting him in the head unless we have armor piercing rounds, of course. So let's hop out of here. We'll grab this gasoline. It has a little bit different look to it. Okay, got some bags over here to loot. That we'll just grab, and then we should be able to make a bandage with some of these cloths, or a couple bandages anyways. Is there anything lootable up here? It's just all the gore. Doesn't look like. Okay, I'm not going to harvest all of that stuff. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a 2 bandages. That'll work. Put that down here. We have a 10 slot toolbar, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. I think we only have 8 in vanilla, right? It's been a while since I played vanilla, several months. Because I played Rebirth over the winter, late fall, early winter. Played a lot of Rebirth. Really enjoyed that playthrough. But I haven't played vanilla in a long time. Okay, we have a trailer park over here, and we also have a military base. The thing about the military base is we're going to have a lot of armored Zombs. If we go through the trailer park, we'll have several kitchens, so we'll have a good chance of getting food and maybe a cooking pot or something. So yeah, let's do this place first. And is there a dog around here? Yep, there. Oh shit, there is. Okay. Well, we have to kill him. We have no choice. Oh shit. We can keep from getting tagged by him because we have a high chance of infection. Oh fuck. Oh man, we got lucky there. No debuffs at all. Damage, but whew, okay. That was exciting. All right, so we have 6 chances to find cooking pots and other stuff. Let's see. Newspaper, scrap. So yeah, there's no more books, no more magazines. Or there are schematics. We can find schematics. And so when we, you know, open... Here's some food. Open the stuff. What's this? A can of Tushonka. A big can of beef stew. All right, let's take this. Look at that animation. That is so cool. I love it. It's the little things, right? Very cool. Okay. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? You mother! That scared the hell out of me. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Well, more meat. I had no idea that snake was there. He made no noise. Water. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that. And Pevco beer, which gives us 10% boost to all of this stuff for 3 minutes. Okay, that's a nice little boost. I guess we'll put that there. And then some yucca fruit. Let's just eat this right now. Okay, that's the usual animation. Because as you can see down here, you know, we're not doing super well in food and water, so we want to get that topped off. What do we got? We got Bo. Okay. Let's take him out. Oh shit, he's going fast. Man, we got lucky with that dog attack. You know, that we didn't get infected or lacerated or whatever the hell the fucking dogs do, man. Okay. Here, let's turn our light on too. Not much of a light, but I guess it's better than nothing. Grab that stuff. Come on, cooking pot. Damn it, Jim. So the goal here is a jar of Devil Dog Mayo. Surprised that doesn't give us a jar of mayo. Slurp, slurp. I'm surprised that doesn't give us dysentery. But hey, no complaints there. Look at that anime. Oh, we're just... God, we're just drinking mayo straight up. Oh, Jesus. It is the apocalypse, though, so you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Oh, jeez. I like mayo, but I wouldn't like to, like, drink it. Maybe a tablespoon of it, not like a whole fucking jar. Oh, man. Come on, give us some good meds. What's this? Immobilizing splint. A splint for fixing damaged bones in place. Okay. And then disposable syringe. We already have that. Good. So we have a splint now in case we bugger up our leg. That's always a good thing. Let's check this place next. All right. I see a Zomb there. Grab some coffee. Nothing. Come on, cooking pot. What's that? A bottle of hydrogen peroxide can be used to make water drinkable and is useful in many other ways. Okay, we'll take that. Some iron. More iron. Because, you know, you keep scrap iron in your kitchen cupboards. That's what it's for. Everybody does that, right? Am I right? Nope, we woke up Hawaii 5-0. All right, let's kill this guy. Probably going to take a few hits. Off with your face. See what we have in working stiffs. Nice. Very nice. WD-40. All right, cool. So we got ourselves a pick already. Hell yeah. We'll put that down there. And we are now encumbered, which means we should start seeing some points here. Well, we just now became encumbered, so nothing's happened with that yet. But we're already on our way to a looting speed bonus. 0.64%. Nice. Okay. Back here. A toilet with some dirty water and some of that shit. Meds. And ammo. That's good. Okay, we want that for sure. Plastique. And, oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, good. So we need that. And what's this? This is white salt. Can be useful for food and crafting chemical items. All right. We'll take that too. Most of the stuff that we can't immediately use, though, I'm going to end up selling, so we have enough money to buy a weapon, a firearm specifically, from Rect when we get to him. Because that's the kind of the center piece of this mod is the guns, and we want to enjoy that for sure. All right, let's go in here next. There's a Zomb right there. It's a big mama. Let's poke her in the butt with an arrow. Come on, big mama. Chance for some food. Oh, look at all that. Okay, so we have an extra water, a pie. Look at that, 75. Let's take it. Max stamina bonus too. We'll hang on to the pumpkins for now. Coffee, beautiful. Let's pull that down here so we have it for an emergency stamina boost if we need it. Come on, cooking pot. Nope. But we found a grill. Very happy about that. So we can make grilled meat. And you know, I think I mentioned this, right? But we don't have perks anymore. So we can make grilled meat. We should be able to just make it. And we don't have to learn any kind of perk or anything. Yeah, see, we can make all of that stuff. We'll be able to make grilled meat and grilled corn. So what that essentially means is that we're already in good shape now for food. Here is a loot crate. Ooh, okay, I'll take that. Very nice. All right, it's noon. We're going to pick up the office chair because we can sell that for 65 rubles. This is a Russian-themed mod, and so rubles is the currency that we'll be using. So I want to finish getting through here so that we can then get to Rect. More water, beautiful. In fact, let's take 2 of these right now. Look at that animation. I love it. We'll get that water topped off. Our food's already in, excuse me, in pretty good shape. We'll save the other water for later. Probably a Zomb over there, maybe. Doubles? Yeah. In the bathroom. Oh, look at that wheat flour. Okay. Oh, shit. Didn't have a good angle on her. Off with your face, darling. Off with your face. Come on, cooking pot. All right, nothing there. Again, I want to pick this up because in Rebirth you can pick that stuff up and sell it. I'm just so used to doing that. Blueberry seed. We have an outside Zomb. Let's deal with him so we're not pinned down inside. Watch that stamina. I hate it when they do that little spin thing because it lurches them into your face. Not a good situation. Toilet paper. Scrap. Okay. In Rebirth, you needed toilet paper when you got dysentery. And what it did, as I recall, is it lessened the effects of the dysentery, but it didn't cure it. Squash spread. Let's eat it. That looks like squash spread. Well, I don't know about what's in the spoon, but in the can, it looks like oatmeal or something in the spoon. I love that animation, though. That's cool. It's just, again, the little things that enhance the overall experience, right? Tell you what, how encumbered am I? Yeah, pretty much. Let's drop a couple things off in the bike here. We want to be encumbered, but we don't want to be really encumbered. Oh, right. We have some stuff here. What does this do? That's That lowers degradation. This is the fortifying grip. When we're below 50%, we gain 1 hit point every 5 seconds. You know what? Let's go with that because repairing, in fact, let's repair this right now. It's not a big deal. Maybe what we'll do, though, is we'll put this on the knife. Is this something we can eat? Yeah, we can, but it does reduce our water a bit. Is it also used for cooking? Well, it suggests that, but it doesn't explicitly say that. And there's 3 of them. Yeah, let's, since we're not in bad shape on food right at the moment, I'll sort all that stuff out later. And also, let's make some more of these, too. Okay, that's a little bit more reasonable encumbrance there. I've been playing a lot of Conan Exiles, and the bow, you know, the way you handle the bow is quite a bit different in that game, so that's what my muscle memory's used to. You are dead, right? Yeah, I think so. Check the toity. Water. Some lead. Come on, cooking pot. Damn it, Jim. Some more bleach. Some beer and meat. Nothing. How much can we sell these for? 5? Sure, we'll pick those up. It's easy money. Nothing at all in here. Okay, this place was a... yeah, this place wasn't all that great. Check this, check this. Let's bring in some WD. Newspapers. Chance for some water. Negative. Wow, look at all that shit. Tool set. Repairman's bag with a different set of tools used to craft tier 3, 4, 5 schematics and tier 5 items. Nice. Keck tape used to craft tier 4 items. Leatherman multi-tool used to craft tier 1, tier 2 schematics and tier 2 modifiers. All right, neat. Looking forward to seeing how all that works. Saw him in here somewhere. Oh, shit. He was up above. Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky yo. Okay, we have a working stiff. Let's see if we can... It'd be nice to get a fire axe, since we have the pick now. Well, we got an axeman's head mod thingy and a flashlight. Alright, let's... what does this do exactly? 25% more damage to blocks and 5% more damage to enemies. Alright, that's pretty nice. Let's repair this and modify it and put that on there. I love it. Come on, cooking pot. Jim, I'm gonna kill you. Fucking Jim, man. Such a stingy bastard. Plastique. Is this lootable? Yes, it is. More plastique. And there's some ammo. Nice. Wow, look at all that stuff. Shrap. Oh, look at that! Jim, I take back everything I said about you. The good and the bad, because you're still an asshole. Okay, cool. Wow, that's lucky, man. A cooking pot and a grill. All on day one. I love it. This is, so far, I mean, things could take a turn for the worse really quick, but so far, this has been a really good start. All right, we're going to go to Rects. We're going to sell shit. Buy ourselves a firearm. And then figure out where we're going to base up. So Recti Poo is this way. And like I said, we are going to stop for every stump that we see. in hopes to get a little surplus of honey. There we go. We got another one. Nice. Because the thing about it is, if you get in a bad spot and you get infected, and then you continue to get pounded, you know, that infection could jump right up to 3% immediately. You know, and then you're really in bad shape. That's why I want to have surplus of this. It's not quite as forgiving as vanilla because of that reason. And I wonder if, too, the antibiotics have less time on them. Wow, one of those deals, eh? Okay, we'll come back and investigate that later. It's already after 2 p.m. And the thing about Wrecked in this mod to 2 is that he'll close early or open late. He doesn't stay on the, you know, the normal 7 days schedule. So you don't really want to be down to the wire with him. I want to grab this and I want to grab this just to get some more ammo. I don't think I'm going to mess with him right now because he's armored to the hilt. Though we could, you know, kill him by hitting him in the legs. The mod says that limbs generally are not armored. But generally means, I interpret that to mean there may be exceptions to that. I don't know what those exceptions are. Okay, let's go around and steal Rex stuff and then sell it back to him, you know, the usual. Hopefully I'll be able to move by the... Maybe we should sell what we have to him now. And I need to grab a couple things out of the bike too. You know, just to lighten up a bit here. We'll also take the first quest from him. Varied supply intro quest. Alright, so we're going to sell stuff to him that we generally can't immediately use. That we need to eat. Okay, we'll sell that. I'm going to keep the meat. He doesn't want those.
You can shove that right up your ass.
Sell that to him. The salt. He doesn't want that. Syringes, iron, metal spare parts, rifle parts. I might keep the pipe. Wood's easy to come by. The bleach, the chairs, the paper, the spring. These kind of specialty items, I think we might hang on to those. He doesn't want to buy sand, does he? He'll buy toilet paper, feathers, eggs, and concrete. Okay, so that already got us up to, where's our, yeah, 3,800 right there.
All right, now that we're done doing business,
okay, so let's deal with these yahoos. Here, close that. So the guy out there has an armored head. So we're gonna have to hit him in the legs or the arms, because we're not gonna really do any damage to him to speak of if we hit him in the head. Let's see if we can get a bleed on him. Is he bleeding? I don't think he's bleeding. Because we would see, like the little blood spurts, and he'd be making a little noise each time it spurted. I wonder if bleeding's not working in the mod. Alright, he's down. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, it's supposed to be causing bleeding here. I don't know, man. Okay, I need to get to my bike. So what we're going to do... I want to finish what we need to finish with Wrecked, because, again, he might close early. So we're going to sell that. That's probably not enough gasoline for him to buy. I think we'll sell the eggs, too. And let's keep some of this other stuff that we're not going to sell to him in the bike. All right, now let's go through and loot all of his stuff, and then we'll do another sell to him, and then we'll see where we're at with our money in terms of what kind of firearm we can buy. More food there. Let's eat this humpback salmon. Nice. Some more ammo and hide. Duct tape. Chicken. Alright, maybe that'll be enough gas to actually be able to sell to him. Lockpicks. Oh, look at that, a junk turret. Damn. Okay, that's tempting to hang on to. Matches and drain cleaner. Useful ingredient for crafting chemicals. To make junk turret ammo, we need gunpowder kite. Okay, so it's not just as easy as using scrap metal to make the ammo. Okay, because of that... Oh. There's drones here. I was told that the mod didn't have drones. Not by the mod author, but by a YouTube video that I watched when I was still trying to decide if I wanted to play this. But it looks like there are drones. What's this? Dan Jackeel. Okay. Armor crafting kit. Okay. Some more duct tape and plastique. And, oh, nice. More ammo. Okay. We can loot that. We can loot this. Can't pick anything up. Does this do anything in particular? %, ranged damage, damage resistance, and buff resistance for 5 minutes. Wow. Look how much it's worth, too. Okay.
Hey, jackass, can I... What's it gonna be?
All right.
Huh?
Let's sell a couple more things to him.
Just get the fuck out of here.
We're 20 things away from being maxed out on food. So let's eat this now, and then that will put us in very good shape food-wise. All right. And then back to you.
What's the matter? Can't find what you're looking for.
I'm going to sell this because we can't easily make the ammo. So I want to get as much money as we can, excuse me, so that we can buy the best weapon that we can and as much ammo for it as we can. So that's the priority right now. Let's sell the cement, sell the coal, cobble. It doesn't want any of that. Drain cleaner. We probably better keep the duct tape. And we're able to sell some of that. That's good. The nitrate, the lead, the hide. I guess we'll keep those matches. I'm not sure how critical those will be to us. I think we'll hang on to the springs for now. Okay, that gets us up to... where the fuck did it go? Oh, here. 56.41. So that means we can afford a weapon. Up to here. So anything in this range, it looks like. Everything else is going to be too expensive. So now the next question is, what weapon should we get based upon quantity of ammo? We have a lot of this PST 7.62-25. That's the most of that we have. So we should probably see if we can find a weapon that will use that, and then we'll sell the rest of the ammo to buy even more ammo. All right, so this T-33 uses the 7.6-25. Okay. And it's an orange level weapon. That uses 918, 918, 918. That also uses the 7.62-25. 918, 7.62-54R. That looks like a sniper weapon. Double barrel shotty and a revolver shotgun. Oh, that's cool. But I don't have any shotgun shells. Okay, how much do shotgun shells cost? 180 a pop. That's pretty damned expensive. Yeah, I think that's too much for us right now. So it's between this T-33 and this PPSH-41, which is a submachine gun. So this does 54 range damage, 35 in the mag, and it's fully automatic. However, we can set this to single fire mode, which we will so we don't waste ammo. This one does the same amount of damage. Magazine size of 8. Vertical and horizontal recoil. Yeah, this is going to have a lot more recoil because it's a handgun. I think this would be the better choice for us right now. Because if we get into a bad situation, we can put it into fully automatic and, you know, spray and pray at that point. So yeah, let's get that one. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to sell all of our other ammo types so we can buy even more of this ammo. That's like a big-ass bullet there. All right, let's put this in the number 4 slot. We'll just slide all of that up there.
Be careful out there. You wouldn't want to get hurt.
Very cool, man. Kind of has a little bit of almost a Thompson submachine gun type of feel to it and look. All right, and then let's
make up your mind or make your way out.
Let's buy as many of these as we can afford. Can we buy all of them? No, we can't. Okay. Okay, so we can buy 134 of those. Before we do that,
well, there's a fucking
is there
door.
anything else
look quick, buy quicker, piss
we might
off
want to
faster.
get from him? I mean, we got our cooking pot and our grill, so we're in good shape there. We have a helmet light, even though it sucks. He's got a lot of food, so that's good to know. Ooh, wow, look at how much that thing costs. How much food does that give you, though? 50. Okay. Food container. A sealed container filled with assorted food items. Okay. Mineral water. Water's really expensive, but we're going to make our own water. We're not going to be buying that from him. A forge is 2,500. We're going to want that fairly soon. But I think we should be able to make that. A lot of this is the stuff I just sold to him. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to spend the rest of our current coin on the money. And then we're going to be doing jobs for him too, so we'll be able to. What did I say? 137? 134. There. Okay, so that gives us a nice amount of ammo. And if I press the Z key, notice that we're now in single shot mode, which we're going to stay in unless we get into a really bad situation. All right, nice. Let's test this weapon out and see how it does. Now we don't want to use this. Oh my God, there's a lot of zombos here. Let's get the fuck out of here. We don't want to use this on, armored, on armor because it's just not going to be effective. But I'd like to see how many shots it takes to kill just a normal Zeke without, who's not armored, with headshots. So let's go with you. Alright, so one shot didn't kill him, but it did knock him down. 2 shots didn't kill him. 3 shots. Okay, so it looks like it takes about 3 shots to kill a normal. So he should go down too because he's... Whoop. Oh man, they keep... He walks over the top of him. Alright, I'm digging this. Okay, we got her with 2 shots. We don't want to hit him in the head, though, or that guy in the head. So we're going to conserve our ammo for these dudes. And instead what we'll do is we'll just hit these guys in the legs. Yeah, I'm really concerned that bleeding's not working though, man. See, that should have put bleeds on him, but he's not. There's no blood spurts, and there's... Oh, off with your hand. Oh shit, now he's mad. Of course, I'd probably be mad too if somebody cut my hand off. Actually, no, I'd be like freaking out and going, what the fuck? So yeah, it does appear that bleed is not working in the mod. Unless I'm missing something. Alright, let's see, what time is it? It's 1800. It's getting late. There we go. Look at that, man. I'm surprised that didn't kill you. Alright, I'm gonna just not worry about him. What I think we're gonna do is we're gonna go start to clear that POI, and if we don't get it cleared by nighttime, we're just gonna perch on the roof. But I would like to make some frames. And, oh shit, I sold all my wood, didn't I? Well, that was smart. Actually, it was, because we got a lot of ammo out of the deal. Let's get some wood so we can make frames. And I also need to make a bedroll, too. I forgot about that. But I think we would just spawn back at the same spot, which isn't far away, so it wouldn't be like a 2-kilometer away spawn type of thing, but still. We are going to want the bedroll. I don't know what happened to that soldier. Alright, let's conserve our ammo. I want to make 20 of these. And let's also get a bedroll made. So we have that. Oh, there's the soldier over there. Okay. We'll just leave him be. Here's a bird's nest. With 11 feathers. Nice. Let's make some more arrows. Where the hell did my bike go? Oh, it's over here. So we might as well just base up here because it's right next to the trader and there aren't any other POIs really close by. So it kind of makes sense to do so. Alright, let's open this and... Can we do this? Nope. Alright. We're just a bit encumbered. Oh shit, we got a biker coming in. He's going to be armored to the hilt. Alright, well, gotta take care of him. Oh, shit, now he's in run mode. There we go. That took a while. Oh, we can loot him. Okay, so it looks like we can loot some zombies, even though he didn't have anything on him. Alright, let's see if we can get this place cleared. Let's put these down here. And let's actually drink this now. We'll free us up a little more space. I'm going to get rid of that. We don't need sand. One thing is cement's not any good. I don't know how rare the seeds are going to be to, come by, so I'm not going to throw those out for now. Okay, chance for some more water. No help there. Okay, he did. Bones and scrap metal. It must be above us. Yep. Ah, fuck, he's armored. Can't hit his head. Off with his leg. Okay, let's go around this way. We got a Darlene over here. We'll check this. 190 cement, or concrete mix, rather. Okay, that guy's not really much of a threat now. Okay. Yeah, that's not working. And that hurt, too. Ooh, look at what's right there. Hit, please. Thank you. It's a nice little chunk of brass. Can I get to these without getting... There we go. Let's go back inside the compound. Here, I want to hit this stump too. 3 honey. Look at us. Look at us and our bad selves. Here, let's get this wood too. Might as well. All right, so let's go up the ramp. We could... I'm not going to worry about cutting that away at the moment. But we'll eventually do that if we decide to stay here for the long term, which we probably... Well, when I say long term, I mean the next couple days. We probably will be doing that. What's that? Sulfuric acid. Production of nitrocellulose powder. Springs and pipes. Plastic and pipes. Okay, we got a Zomb coming in there. Sneak shot. She did. Oh, fuck. Okay. Don't give us a sprain. Ah, god damn it. That gave us a sprain. I didn't want to get pinned between the two of them. The splint's not going to help us because it's just a sprain, so we're just going to have to deal. She did. I don't think that Zomb has actually aggroed us. What time is it? It's 20:11. Yeah, you're the guy whose leg we took off. I'm gonna ignore you for now. Fucking sprain, man. Yeah, that door's locked. Yeah, he's armored up. Well, let's just keep moving because we're running out of time here. Water? No, dirty water. Pick that up. I'm going to leave the wood for now. Nothing there. Dirty water. Plastique. Try not to sprint. Ammunition. Okay, let's, yeah, we have to deal with this guy. In fact, if he's gonna stay here, let's do a little, oh well, is he gonna come around to the door? Let's repair that a little bit. Yeah, he is, okay. Is he wearing... Is his head armored? What the hell's he got on? Oh, yeah, it is. Fuck, he's got body armor on and everything. Okay, this is not an ideal situation. Because he's kind of got us pinned. Here, let's get out. Okay. Maybe I should have taken that ramp down. Yeah, we would have had a hard time killing him. Oh, fuck! You bitch. Would have had a hard time killing him through the door because of his armor. Okay, what I'm going to do is put that there. Because we're going to pop up on the roof. There we go. Okay, let's get up here right now. And this is where we're going to spend our first night. And we'll put this down so we have a spawn point. Good. Okay. So we'll continue. In fact, what I'm going to do now is let's break this ramp out of here so they can't just walk up here willy-nilly. Maybe this one too, just for good measure. And we'll make ourselves a ladder or something in the morning to get in and out of here ourselves. But we also have to secure... there's another ladder inside here. This one that we're going to have to break the bottom 2 rungs out of. Okay. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to finish this POI before nighttime. So let's get these bottom 2 rungs broken. Beautiful. Okay. Check this pickup. A steel bar. There's probably a Zomb right behind here, I'll bet. Yep. Two-shotted. Nice. Okay, so sometimes we can get a 2-shot off of this. That's good to know. Let's go into here. Got food and water. We're almost done clearing this place. Let's eat this right now. Little beef stew. Okay, this is the last room. Oh shit. He's armored. Okay, what I think, 2133. We still have a clear path back through here. Yeah, that guy's working on that door. Let's make it a little more difficult for him to get through here. Okay. Now, as soon as these guys start to poke a hole in there, we can... Oh, wow, look at that. That's water. A lot of water. It cures dysentery and efficient digestion. It must be like some mineral water or something. Oh, both of you fuckers are armored. God damn it. Okay, it's too late for us to do anything more. Let's head on up. We're just out of time. I guess we can go around this way. All right. So, what we're going to do, ladies and gents, is we're going to hunker down on this roof. We're going to turn our light off, and we're not going to make any noise at nighttime. And we're just going to wait out the night on the roof here. And then in the morning, and we're going to do a little bit of work to secure this place up a little bit better. And then we'll go out and do Rex's first job, which is right over here. And I'd also like to, you know, kind of map out the rest of Central Park, too. Now, take a look at how dark it gets in this mod at nighttime. This is almost pitch black. If we were indoors without a light source, it would be pitch black. And this is all the more this little light does. It's almost useless. It's only good for seeing what's directly in front of you, but it doesn't light up the peripheral at all. So you could have a Zomb come in from the side and never see it. So it's pretty pathetic. I mean, again, it's better than nothing, but it's almost a moot point because we're not going to be doing anything at all at night for quite some time to come until we get better equipped and can, you know, deal with it. But as you can see, it is very, very dark. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share out the video, and we'll catch you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.